Hello and welcome back to RFF Picks. We have a play for you guys today through Betr, but definitely be on our Winnable. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll have some prize picks. We'll actually have some money line plays as well, along to go with a few more better play slips that we have. I have just these few plays that I want to talk about and go over with you. We have this unfortunate, almost win. Spencer Rattler throws an interception, but it did not count. It counted as a fumble for whatever reason. It never touched the ground. And then the Dana White contender series. I talked to you guys about this last video. They have the bettors, the line makers, they have no idea how to calculate the Dana White contender series. These are eventually guys trying out to fight for the UFC, and so we've been winning a lot with that. So every Tuesday, be on the lookout for all of our Dana White contender series plays and tickets. We've been really shooting those out really well, and also be on the lookout for Winnable for those as well. And then right here, Jaden Blue last night, the Texas game. I got the Jaden Blue pickup off of Odds Jams. They had multiple sports books saying this was like a minus. I think it was like around a minus 130 for him to clear this. For whatever reason, they never used him as a runner against Georgia. They were using their freshman running back Windsor, I believe, or Wisner. Jaden Blue only had receptions thrown his way. If he had any traction on the ground, he definitely would have hit this. It was very unfortunate. And then we still have a few other CS2 plays to go on with tonight. And then here are two other wins from last Thursday with CS2. And then we have this one. This is in progress right now. Early this morning, and this was posted on Winnable early this morning. These two CS2 guys had played, Deletez and Nibk. I saw both those plays on Odds Jam. They had a good value, and so I just added it to the bunch. And then same thing with the fantasy score of Saquon Barkley and Shohei Ohtani. Those were off of Odds Jam as well, showing multiple other books saying that these plays were at least a minus. I think 130 for most of these were at least a minus 130. So for Saquon and Shohei Ohtani, so we'll be on the lookout for that one. This is our socials. This is everything about Real Friends of Football. We do have a main channel, 35,000 subscribers. We do weekly videos about the NFL and what's going on. We do want to transition most of our energy and time into RFF Picks because we've been doing so well. And another thing about RFF Picks, I did not say in the last video, but I like to say it on all the videos. When we do sports betting, we use systems. We use Correlated. We use Positive EV. We use No Guts. No, I have a feeling Joe Burrow is going to do none of that. Because emotions is what gets you fired. If you're emotional at your job, you're going to get fired. If you're overly, trying to make investments in real life and you're using your emotions, it's not going to pan well. You need math, you need analytics, you need trends, you need data, you need all these types of things to get certain plays. And so if you, for whatever reason, do not have those resources, always find a better that has resources. We're not even telling you stay with us. Find any better that has morals and uses resources to get his plays. And so this is our Winnable. We give out one free daily pick a day, and so the free pick for Winnable is going to be going with this YouTube video. So that's going to be the free pick for the day. We might do another free one, but any and every other pick for the day, and it could be quite a bit. It's going to be with our MVP plan, and do code RFF at checkout for our MVP plan. You get a free month. So you can give us a trial. Let us see how much money we can make you within the month. And if we do right by you, hey, keep it going, keep it running. And if we do have not a great month, hey, cancel at any time, no commitment whatsoever. So this is our Winnable, and here is our free play. So here we have Jameson Williams. This is a correlated approach. The Detroit Lions are playing the Minnesota Vikings this upcoming Sunday at noon. Hold on, let me get my information up. Jameson Williams. With the thing about the Minnesota Vikings is every number one or number two, it just depends. Someone goes off against their defense. It's bound to happen. So against the Vikings last week, Garrett Wilson, 13 receptions, a touchdown, 101 yards. 2 weeks ago, Packers, Jaden Reed, 7 receptions, 139 yards and a tutty. And then against the Texans that they beat real bad, Stephon Diggs still had a big game, 10 receptions, 94 yards. And then also against the 49ers that they did also beat, Deebo Samuel had 8 catches, 110. And then actually George Kittle had a big game as well. So that's why I took the Jameson Williams approach. I would also want to note that they do give out a lot of receptions. So if you want to go Jameson Williams on the receiving yards, I would also suggest, and I have another, tick that you guys can do as well. It's going to be a bold one, but you can get a boost for the 9.5 receptions for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, I say that reluctantly because Amon-Ra has not done that this year. But as I had said, you go to the multiple number ones that the Minnesota Vikings have played, they pop off with 13 receptions, 7 receptions, 10 receptions, and then another 8 receptions. So it is a bit of a risk, but I think I still like that one. And then Sam Darnold with 22.5 completions less than. That's simply because, I think the Detroit Lions with running the ball, that's going to bleed the clock. And I don't think this is going to be a bad game to where I don't think the Vikings need to panic. Their defense is really good. They're also going to be bleeding the clock as well. It's going to be in both ways. He hasn't done it this year, so he has 19 completions, 17, 20, and 14. He's yet to do a 22.5. This, of course, could be the game given how things work with sports betting, but I'm not riding with it. And the exact same thing is for for Jared Goff as well. But he did have 134 game against the Buccaneers. But with the Rams, he had 18. Well, so this is actually crazy. In his first 5 weeks, he has exactly 18 completions and then 34 completions randomly against the Cardinals. And so 18 seems like to be his spot. They're going to be running the ball a lot, like I had said. J-Mo and David Montgomery, they're beginning their touches. And so it's probably not likely going to be a high impacted game with Jared Goff and throwing the ball. But I do also want to say this. The Minnesota Vikings have gotten an interception from everyone this year. Every single quarterback has at least thrown 1 interception, and there are multiple quarterbacks that have thrown 3. And it's been 2 games since Jared Goff has thrown an interception. And so he's bound for one, possibly against this Minnesota Vikings defense. Brian Flores has them really locked in. And then Aaron Jones with the 81.5. Like I said, I still think they're going to be running the ball, but I think it'll be a lot with Ty Chandler. Aaron Jones had a hip injury last week. He left the game. And then he also had, some limited practicing this upcoming season or this upcoming week. 81.5, it's going to be something that he could definitely do. He's capable of doing, but right after an injury, this is a divisional game. This is going to be a very violent game. This one is a little bit, I wouldn't say iffy, but the simple fact also that Aiden Hutchinson is out for the Detroit Lions. And if Aaron Jones is feeling great, he might hit this, but with injury, with how the Detroit Lions play hard-nosed defense, they have not been giving any running backs really anything in the rushing lane pretty much all season. So they, Dan Campbell, Lions, they're up for any defensive challenge. And so this is the play for you guys. I hope you like it. Do not forget that with Betr, you go ahead, deposit up to $100 and their match up to $200 for your initial entry. The link is in the description. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next one.